All right, let's take a look at part A, number 2. So this says Elena runs twice as far in feet per second as Han. Han runs twice as far in feet per second as Claire. Select all the graphs that could represent how far Elena, Han, and Claire travel for different amounts of time. So first thing I want you to think about is who is running the fastest. So Elena is running the fastest, and then Claire is running the slowest with Han in the middle, okay? So as we're looking at our graphs, for any time period, I should see that Elena is the farthest, and that's because they're all starting out at time 0. So I'm going to pick a specific point in time and then just draw a line going through the different graphs at that point in time. So for part A, I'm going to draw a straight line here. For part B, I'm going to draw a straight line here. Notice that that's because I'm doing a line that's perpendicular to wherever time is, because I'm picking a time value, okay? So here I could draw a line like that. I could draw a line here. I'm going to redo that one though, so that it's a little bit straighter. And I'm going to draw a line here. Okay? All right, now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the values for the different people. So in graph A, this is the distance that Elena's traveled at that particular point in time. This is the distance that Han has traveled. This is the distance that Claire has traveled. Okay? So who has traveled the farthest distance? Elena. Who is in the middle? Han. Who is least? Claire. So at least the order is correct here. And then we just want to make a comparison. Is the distance between the axis and Claire's point about the same as the distance between Claire and Han? Yes, so that means that Han has run twice as far as Claire. Next, we're going to look at the distance between the axis and Han and compare that to the distance between Han and Elena. Those should be about equal since Elena is double the amount of Han. So kind of think back to where we did dilations. So Elena is twice the distance of Han, and Han is twice the distance of Claire at a particular point in time. So we're going to say A represents this situation. Then we're going to do the same thing with our next graphs. Okay, so at a particular point in time, this is showing Claire has traveled the farthest and Elena has traveled the least far. So we can instantly eliminate that. Okay. For C, the distance between Claire and the axis and Claire and Han is about the same. And then the distance between Han and the axis and Han and Elena at this particular point in time is about the same. So we're going to go ahead and say C because it has those two things, the relationship and the order. Okay? For D, this is showing at a particular point in time that Claire has traveled the farthest, so we're going to eliminate it. And then this is showing at a particular time that Elena has traveled the farthest here, Han has traveled the farthest here, Claire has traveled the farthest here. Now while Han is double the distance of Claire, Elena is way more than double. Double would be about here-ish. So it's way more than double. So that's how we're going to eliminate E.